So here to talk about the final day of the festival, which, by the way, was the best. So I started at the bar thing. And funny thing right there, I met the drummer of Airborne. Airborne was playing in the festival, but I didn't see them because I was at the smaller stage seeing Pestilence, Mayan, and Unleashed. And so, yeah, he was there talking with another guy, another person from the festival, and he was there drinking beer with them, with him. And okay, so yeah, he was looking at me, the drummer, Ryan was his name, and he gave me a thumbs up, and I gave him the horns. And so the guy left, and then he came to me. He was asking me if I enjoyed the festival, and then I told him like, yeah, man. And today will be a better day. Oh, why's that? Oh, cause bands like cause Nervosa, Deicide, and Glory Hammer are playing. And then he asked, so are you a fan of Airborne? And not knowing that he was a drummer of Airborne, because quite frankly, I haven't listened to them actually. I told him, nah, I'm not really a fan of Airborne. I'm more into thrash and death metal. Which, by the way, anyone would tell because I was wearing a death T-shirt at the time and that day. And yeah, so yeah, I don't know how this happened, how he said this, but I asked him like, hey man, so if you're an airborne, what are you doing here? Shouldn't you be in a 5-star hotel or something? And he said he's not pretentious or arrogant. I don't know what word he used, but he asked me what it meant, and I told him, yeah, it's when you think you're above all, above everything. Exactly. I'm not like that. See, I'm having a beer with you, man. Maybe the bands you like are like that. Yeah, really, really a no-ness right there. Because who knows? Maybe the bands I do like are like that. Even bands like Unleashed and Pestilence and Elvady. Maybe they're in 5-star hotels while Ryan from Airborne is in a little bar thing drinking with a random guy in the festival. So anyway, yeah, he asked me to. Well, first he told me that I should be like a journalist, that it would be a great path for me. I told him I wanted to, start a metal store, selling spike bracelets and all that stuff. And I told him like, but yeah, journalist, I think I could do that if this metal store doesn't work. So he told me to get my phone and to record him. Before I recorded him, he asked me, "So, what would you like your radio name to be?" At the top of my head, I was like, Hellhound, Hellhound Radio. And so on the recording, he said, "Hey, this is Ryan from Airborne," and no, wait, he said, "Hey, this is Ryan from Airborne. Welcome back to Hellhound Radio. Keep rocking." So yeah, that was pretty awesome, man. We also took a picture. The kid from the store, I made friends with him too, but he was working, so he had to stay serious and think about the money. I didn't pay him for my food yet, and then I told him like, yeah, wait, can you take a picture of us? And then when he took the picture, then I paid him. Real funny. Anyone else would have said like, no, 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 fuck your picture, give me the money first. So yeah, I took a picture of him, met him, and told him that you know what, man? I'll check out more of Airborne. Maybe they'll grow on me. And yeah, that was pretty awesome. And so I started the day off with the classic metal band Metal Church. And I don't know if you guys have seen this show called The Middle. This man, Mike Heck, he's the man of the house, you know, the leader of the family. You know, he's a tall guy with gray hair and all that stuff. The vocalist looked exactly like him. Yeah. So yeah, not familiar with Metal Church. Saw them out of curiosity. I did enjoy the song Badlands. And funny thing, when they ended, the bass player he was taking a picture of the audience, and then he focused it on a hot girl, and he told the security guard like, "Hey, give that pic to this girl right there." Yeah, really funny. And also, I found acquaintances from previous concerts. I found the guy from the Elstorm show in December right there next to me during Metal Church's set. And yeah, after Metal Church, Glory Hammer played. Really awesome band, fun band. They were just like superheroes, I guess. The keyboardist was like a villain, thing with evil vocals of an evil wizard. Funny thing, dressed like an evil wizard, but he had his cans of beer right there next to his keyboard. And yeah, really great guy, the vocalist and all that. They played Angus McFive, of course, in Hoots We Trust, Hoots Force, Unicorn Invasion of Dundee, and of course Universe on Fire. And yeah, funny thing that he did, like, hey, you know what it sounds like when my hammer hits space? No, you don't, because there's no sound in space. I, Angus McFive, invented sound in space. Let's see how it sounds. And with his microphone and waving the hammer, he was like, making the hammer sound. That was funny, but for that, it'll be it would look cooler or better if you just had one of those things where you speak into it, like a headset piece thing. I don't know what to call it. So after Glory Hammer was Hammerfall, had to miss them because Nervosa was playing. Second time seeing them, but Nervosa's fucking awesome, man. I did stick around for like a few seconds of the first Hammerfall song, Legion. They sounded awesome, but I was like, yeah, you know what? I'll see them next time. Some other time, I'll see Nervosa because I like them better. So yeah, so I went to the smaller stage where Nervosa was going to be playing. There was this band called Bazana, and there was 30 men, an old man and two other young guys who were his grandchildren. The drummer and the bass player were his grandchildren. So yeah, I met up with a guy I made friends with in the concert, in the festival, and yeah, then Nervosa played all the classics, and of course new songs like Raise Your Fist, Never Forget, Never Repeat, Kill the Silence. But enough about the songs. Moshing there was hardcore, like there was no tomorrow. And yeah, fucking awesome. And I think one guy, they hit his rib and, like hurt him a lot. And there was this punk kid, instead of, hitting people with the shoulder, he was using the elbows. Shouldn't do that in a pit. You could seriously hurt someone. So after Nervosa, I left and Apocalyptica was playing. They were only playing Metallica covers. They were good, but they could play their original songs, like the songs that they did with Brent Smith, Gavin Rossdale, and Lacey Sturm. They played Battery, Creeping Death, the songs Metallica wouldn't play live. Unforgiven, Unforgiven. They also played like a few seconds of the song Ride the Lightning. Pretty awesome. Pretty awesome that they played, actually very awesome that they played songs that Metallica wouldn't play live. Because, 90% of their, 70% of their set is Black Album. And the other, like 20% is the stuff from the new album, Hardwired. And then the other 10% is, classic songs from the 80s. And while they were only with instrumentals, the people there were singing, Unforgiving, Nothing Else Matters, Unforgiven, Nothing Else Matters, Seek and Destroy, and all that. Okay, so I'm running out of time, so last part of the festival in the next video. Stay tuned and keep it metal.